What's up, guys? Dedric Krystal here, real estate investor, entrepreneur. I'm actually standing in the back of a property that we're in the process of purchasing. We got this lead actually through cold calling. We have a team of cold callers, professional cold callers. What they do is they reach out to homeowners to see if they're looking to sell. This lead came in about 2 weeks ago, and we've been talking with the seller. My assistant actually set up an appointment, and we did a walkthrough, which you're seeing in this video. Now, the seller, he agreed to let us walk through and film some of the house, but he's a little camera shy. But he's an older gentleman, and basically his situation is he's 92 years old. He wants to downsize, right? He owns this property free and clear. He actually bought this property. It's something crazy. He's been here like 60 years of his life, and he's ready to downsize. No wife, no kids, he's by himself. So he doesn't need a big 3-bedroom, 1,300 square foot home. So he's actually gonna downsize and move into an apartment, for his latter years. The house is older, right? It needs some work. The only bad thing about this house is where it's located is on a very busy street. That's the only negative, right? But there's a few things. It provides us with some negotiating power, but also it's zoned commercial. So we could buy this property and then in a matter of few years, sell it to a commercial investor, maybe a Dollar General, gas station, whatever it may be. So there's a potential few options with it being on a main road. There you go, main road. So again, the house, as you guys will see from the walkthrough, has super solid bones. It has beautiful hardwood floors. It's gonna need some updating, so we're gonna come in and do a new kitchen. We're gonna put in a new bathroom. We'll probably add a second bathroom. The attic can be finished over, so we're gonna go in, spend about 10, 12 grand, finish over the attic, make that another bedroom, maybe add a second bath up there. A lot of potential with this home. It's on almost an acre lot, so very large lot. So initially, again, this house is paid off. It's been paid off for years, so there's no mortgage. Initially, the seller was asking $150,000. But when we got here, again, my focus was to build rapport, right? The house isn't worth $150,000. So I didn't even respond to that ask. But again, we built rapport. This gentleman is, like I said, he's 92. He's actually a World War II veteran. He fought in the Pacific Islands. He actually built, airstrips and airfields. Fascinating story he told us about his experience in the military. So guys, that's one tip, is get to know your sellers, right? My goal on every seller appointment is to sit down and make a new friend. I want to learn about their job, what they do for their career, their family, their kids, right? Because when someone relates to you, they're able to open up and share what their problem is. And we look at ourselves as problem solvers, right? My goal is to find out, okay, what is your challenge? What did you invite me over here for? And how can I help solve that problem? When I solve his problem, it becomes a win-win. So at first impression, if you see me and the seller side by side, you would think, what does this 92-year-old man have in common with this 38-year-old millennial? But actually, we had a lot in common. So when you relate to people, we're all humans. We all have the same emotions, similar feelings, emotions, backgrounds, and experiences. So again, that's what we did. We sat down, I learned his story. He's actually a very funny guy. He said, one of the things he's looking for in his latter years was just some female companionship. He went a little further than that. I'm not gonna go into detail, but right, we're humans, right? Men need women, women need men. We can't live without each other. So back to the numbers. Again, the seller's asking price was $150,000. It wasn't worth $150, but because I built enough rapport, I said, listen, sir, properties in this area are typically in this condition that need about $40,000 in rehab are typically selling for about $40,000 to $45,000 cash. He said that wouldn't work for him, but I said, okay, all right, how about $50,000? If I gave you $50,000 and close this in 3 weeks, would that work? He said, no, but I would take 75. So he came from 150 to 75,000. That was his real number, was 75, right? So again, I went from 50,000. I think my last offer to him was around 52,000 and some change. So that's where we're at now. So right now, he's actually in consultation with his daughter, discussing with her whether or not he's gonna take our offer. We'll see if we need to come up a little more, but I think we're close on making a deal happen. Guys, and again, it'll be a win-win. He'll walk away with about 50, 60 grand. We'll walk away with a nice property that we can fix up and rent or fix up and flip, and everybody wins, right? We create a win-win situation. So we went through the deal. Again, I wanted to show you guys what life is really like for a real estate investor, what we do every day, right? Not every deal is sealed on the first visit. Sometimes it takes multiple calls. You have to follow up, right? Fortune is in the follow-up. Now, what is our goal? Our goal is one and done. Our goal is to lock a property up in the first visit. But again, it doesn't happen every time. So that's why we're here with follow-up. Again, we built enough rapport so that this gentleman doesn't mind us stopping by, saying hello, and continuing to progress. Hey, make sure you like this video. If you enjoy the content, please share it with a friend. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our channel because we're coming out with more in-depth content. And remember, guys, it costs you nothing to be polite.